So let's see if this resumes. Had to restart TG3 because probably should have brought the Thunderbolt enclosure with Ethernet because TG3 obviously. Hey, 0 frames so far. So welcome everyone to this live stream. Another video I did not plan or wanted to make. As usual, our live stream technical difficulties with subpar hardware. And again, a little bit business talk, business decides of all the shit happening. I will join Louis Rossmans here in his calling out PayPal in a second. But before that, some little update in regards to App Store. This is also really ridiculous. I made already 2 videos about the App Store stuff last year. Already 2 videos that we sent updates there and the updates disappear to our previously approved applications. And this is the same, unfortunately recurring now, besides they take in 30% of our profit there to enrich their Tim Cook or actually Tim Apple and such. So yeah, this year the same problem. We sent an update already probably a week ago. Here's already the support case from the 5th. Wait a second, what is it even? The first, stupid American date. Anyway, hello Renee, here's a reply from Apple. Thank you for your interest in the Apple Developer Program. My name is Mary and I'm delighted to assist you today. I mean, I have not really interest in the Apple Developer Program. I only want my problem fixed, but whatever, I guess. And yeah, welcome everyone. And I'm writing you regarding the issue with your app ID 41 whatsoever. I'm reviewing your latest build delivery. We found an unexpected error, or basically the unexpected errors, always the best errors. In processing, details about the error should have been sent to you shortly after the delivery via automated email. Check your inbox and spam folder for this email. You know, as if I'm not. As if I'm such a dummy after 20 years not to check my spam folder. This is, guess what I've done every hour after this bloody build delivery. Anyway, also by the way, super friendly, I check your inbox. Super friendly too. When I write like this to my customers, they're always pissed that I'm not as friendly as an American. If you're not able to locate this, I mean, if I'm not able, what is it to me when you don't send me an email? I even checked our, by the way, maybe fun fact I should have, I just don't want to log in our server infrastructure. I'm already usually disclosing too much. I already see us being hacked another day with disclosing here so much details here and typing a password on camera or stuff. And I checked our email log and for sure there was not any email that could have gone to a spam folder, but yeah. Please add iTunes Connect Apple as a valid email contact. By the way, as if spammers, this bloody stuff does not even work. Who is promoting such shit? This is not how spam filtering works. If I would whitelist an email and then all the spammers from Nigeria, China, and even allegedly Germany, if not the United States of America, allegedly biggest spam sender anyway, and then everyone sends spam with iTunes Connect Apple, or what? Thank you very much. Attempt to redeliver the build with a higher build number. This typical resolves the issue. Yes, thank you very much. I have already delivered this build twice, as if we are not too clever enough here to switch it off and on again and deliver our fucking builds here twice. Amazing support. Thank you for that. By the way, why could you not include this information here? Is it too much asked to write this here, to include this email? Hey, yada, 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 this is the unexpected error. Please build it differently with another CLang, Clang, Xcode application loader, whatever we prefer this month, whatsoever. And if you're not receiving the email detailing the error within 24 hours of submitting the new build, please respond with the following information, app name, blah, blah, blah. I replied to this email instantly here the same day, 1 hour later. I've yet not heard back from Apple, as this is also already a couple of days gone, so much to the amazing support. And actually, this is an email from, so I'm not making this shit up, this is last year, 2018, by the way, also, beginning of the year. And yeah, by the way, email in 2018. Thank you for your email. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Yeah, you know what, if we don't get the updates to the customer for months, we don't have a lovely weekend, but thank you very much anyway. And I have checked our system and I have noticed that your latest version could not be uploaded due to the issue that we are currently investigating due to the issue that we are currently... As mentioned previously, I will contact you once our internal team updates me on the issue status. And have a great day. Best regards, some something at Apple. And yes, this is with the App Store, with all the Apple fanboys, why I'm completely starting... You know what, I'm already not neutral anymore. I start to really hate Apple. They each day put roadblocks in our way. We need to update to the latest bloody macOS, with latest bloody peakbugs, with the even latest slower Xcode version. And at the end of the day, in 2019, we don't... If we have an own update, I build it, I put it on our web server, I update the software seed, either XML or JSON, depending on which build train of generation of our own update delivery it is. And that is it. And I have an update to our customer in like 5 minutes or something like that. And with Apple, I fight 1 week, I lose all kind of nerves and motivation for this bloody shit. I only wanted to keep you updated that this is a recurring issue. I don't make this fucking shit up. Here are gray on white emails in 50 shades of Apple gray. And yeah. Next thing is, this is the wrong window, did I? No, here. Next shit that I only realized accidentally due to YouTube and so much to news. I don't even need to watch news anymore because the best stuff is coming via YouTube. Let's shortly roll the intro here and then I add my 2 cents. And yeah, it's exposed to expected errors. And by the way, in each case, send me a F-checking email, so to say, because, and by the way, when I log in, not even an email, when I log in, there is not even a build list. I just don't want to log in there now. In plain sight of the live stream, I could have opened this, but I showed this management interface already another day, and it is not there. And I don't even need an email. They could also just list it in their bloody amazing state-of-the-art web management system with an information button where they show whatever is wrong. But let's continue on and not ramble about this bloody stuff.
Hey everybody, today I want to talk about a messed up piece of news that was pointed out to me by somebody in live chat while I was doing a board repair, which is that PayPal is no longer going to be refunding fees on transactions, even if the transaction doesn't complete. So if somebody purchases something from your store and then you refund that customer, you used to be able to get the fee.
Yeah, so this is really fucked up. I have not even realized this. And if I would not watch YouTube and follow Louis Rossmann, who also inspired me to do YouTubing, also I try to stay a little bit more positive than he does, but it is hard in this day and age, in this day of American capitalism and companies' behavior. And these companies, this is ridiculous. And this is, we are affected by this. We use PayPal, I have to admit, mostly for our own, or mainly nearly exclusively for online store. And for 10 years, I was already thinking to migrate away from PayPal. And this is ridiculous. So this also affects us. And I really hate this. So someone buys our exact scan for 99 euro or something, but doesn't matter. Can also, by the way, super many drop frames. Do we have 1,800? Bloody internet here. So someone, and the transaction fees are actually quite high. Like Louis says, they are 35 cents plus some variable rate that is maybe also outlined here somewhere. This is exchange fees, and here's a stupid policy update. Do they even list this here, or maybe not? But they vary based on if you pay with PayPal to PayPal, credit card, or whatsoever, bank account and such. So it's maybe between 3 and maybe even 6% or something. And so when someone buys our exact scan, this is already like maybe 6 euros or dollars lost there in PayPal transaction fees. And although we write everyone, actually ideally we would not have to have any refunds here. This is not nice when people write this software is a piece of shit, I want my money back. Certainly no fun, not for them, not for us. And we write there everywhere, please download, 14-day trial, and so on here. And here download even before buy and such. And oops, wrong mouse wheel location. Where is my browser? Probably here. And despite we write this there, and by the way, why 14 days? Maybe initially we had 30 days or something, but the problem is that some people scanned a whole archive, 10,000 pages, and didn't pay us. We seriously, when we were a young company 10 years ago, we had multiple of emails who thanked us for the software is amazing. They used it for 3 weeks, but now they scanned everything they had in the archive. It worked a treat, but now they don't need it anymore. And our problem is, the thing is, earlier we had a huge demo printout on the scans, but we removed the huge demo printout because too many people complained in testing. And also when something doesn't work and people lost their activation key and they urgently needed to scan something on a weekend or some stuff, then now we have only a very small header there, like a fax line, from the fax machines from back of last millennium or something, just a very small demo imprint, demo exact scan, that people can also, worst case, get some work done. And if they do serious work with this, then at least they spread a little advertising note there. But the problem is with this very small demo note there, that people really scan 10,000 pages and they said, yeah, the demo note there is so small, they don't care. So you see, all in all, we are a too user-friendly company. But yet, even for our software company, it happens each other day that someone wants the money back. And I really hate this. And first of all, it wastes our time. It is not a nice feeling in the middle of the day to send someone money back. And usually this comes along with really angry emails that it's the biggest bullshit on earth, and how can we even dare to try to sell this piece of shit, and such kind of customer email you need to read then. And then some Americans, usually I think so far this only happened with Americans, and I'm not biased here or racist, this is just fact how they deal with their credit cards, because I think in Europe or something we don't have this concept of calling the bank and asking the money back usually with credit cards so often. So I think in the meantime, really often it happens like once a month or something. It happens that some American, they just book the money back from the credit card with the bank, and then we don't only lose the money, which is sad enough, but PayPal charges us $15 or something just for this bank cancellation fees. This is really crazy. So instead, you can really ruin small companies. If you are a big company, a competitor from us, you can just every other day ask their money back and rack up their €15 of cancellation fees. This is really stupid. And this is similar here. This is why I wish, I don't understand the users. Is it not super convenient? You download the software and you only buy it if it fucking amazingly works for you. Is this so difficult? And if they really implement this, this will be the last drop here on the hot stone of PayPal, because we are not the most satisfied with PayPal anyway. And we have even each week, we have usually some European customer like German, French, Spanish and such, writing an email. Sometimes they even call and ask us, can they not pay us differently than PayPal because they don't like it? Yeah, no surprise, no shit Sherlock, what a surprise. And of course we always tell them, yes, you can wire transfer if that is an amazing experience for you. And why do we use even PayPal? I knew already 10 years ago when our company was startup-ish and we were founding there and establishing everything. The problem is that I think Americans have it easier to have direct credit card processing, especially in Germany. For us as a small company, it's not really easy and super expensive to do direct credit card processing. And this is why we don't have implemented this and why we use PayPal. And yeah, this is also super expensive. And also I don't want to have the security burden. If I get the credit card numbers, then of course our security needs to be top notch, at least better than PayPal or something like that. Anyway, so this is why I'm okay with paying some percentage, like 3 to 6%. That is fair in my opinion for this credit card processing nonsense. But what is not okay is if someone cancels, and this is usually not our fault. Louis Rossmann has some good points, like someone orders a ultrasonic cleaner and then the boss says, wait a second, I've just ordered it, and then they cancel their second ultrasonic cleaner order there. Yes, shit happens. And yes, I can also agree that sometimes some customers from us want the money back. Yes, fine, but maybe please usually try it for 14 days and really only buy it if it is amazing for you. And this really sucks. This, in my opinion, this is just the face of the most brutal capitalism, the growth over growth, and no matter of customer satisfaction. This is just the same as Apple, racking up the profits. And Louis Rossmann quoted there even their tax return stuff.
Back. Now you don't get the feedback. Now there are two...
Somewhere, let's see, somewhere he had here numbers. And by the way, the fee even... So I'm not sure one thing, so this policy update is here, and they really write here, we're changing how we treat refunds. If you refund partially or fully a transaction to a buyer or a donation to a donor, there are no fees to make the refund. I mean, how generous. There are no fees to make the refunds. Yeah, well done. Amazing stuff. But the fees you originally paid to the seller will not be returned to you. The fees you originally paid to the seller? Actually, I'm slightly confused now if they... So wait a second, this somehow sounds like they... Anyway, this English is where you even wonder what they mean now. How you treat refunds if you partially transactions to a buyer, but the fee you originally paid as the seller... The fee you originally paid as a seller? Ah, yeah, okay, no. Never mind. Yes, it's all fine. Will not. Yeah, so this is actually written here. And the only thing is, I think I have the feeling we are lucky because the German changes here do not list this. So I have hope that this does not yet apply to us. But this is really bloody arrogance. This is just growth over customer satisfaction and long term. And what is the long term of this? Long term, we will migrate away. If they really implement this for this, do you think someone is too stupid to try our software for 14 days and only buy it? Why could the customer not be satisfied? Because he has some cheap supermarket scanner for 79 euro that has so shitty drivers made in China that they don't work on macOS or don't work on the latest version of macOS. And the people buy the software without testing, just thinking it will just work, when of course the made in China driver is crap or the Apple driver is crap. And so yeah, this is why. And I don't understand this as a user. I'm fine with sometimes return the money. By the way, so historically, as Louis Rossmann says there, historically they always kept the fixed amount, which was 35 cents, which is, as Louis says, yeah, sucks, but not a big of a deal. But keeping there really 6 euro every other day from someone who is too stupid to properly try out our software. And this is why I'm really tired of Apple. I'm really tired of this banks and such. You see, we get a check from Amazon. They charge us 20 euro just to process a check here. And beside canceling our Canadian affiliate link because they don't like our video content or something. And in such a situation, you should be happy and do work. And beside half of the year, we honestly need to work. So by the way, just that you know, if we can also calculate this, from the 99 euro goes away some 6, maybe maximum, sometimes maybe even 8 euro, but let's say 6, 7 euro. This is already 93 euro. Tax goes away, value added tax, usually around 20%. This is, you're down already at 73 euro or something. And from this you need to pay salaries, health insurance, unemployment insurance, all the other social system stuff, and then company taxes. And at the end, obviously there is not so much left. And on top of this, other companies treat you like this. And as I said, what is the consequence? If this is really, so right now we might be lucky that this is not implemented in Germany. And by the way, fun fact, this email, I was wondering, I didn't even realize a policy upgrade. Of course, this policy upgrades as usual went onto the spam folder. By the way, so many drop frames, 5,600. Thank you very much for that amazing internet not. Damn it. Yeah, and we are since 10 years not satisfied. We don't like this very much. Users don't like it very much. There are so many cases where PayPal closed accounts, also from activists, from social like groups who support some greater good of whatever that might have been, and things like this. Or their shops were closed because they imported cigars from Cuba. Not that I would either be interested in cigars, no smoking, no whatsoever. But then this American sanction crap that your online store PayPal account gets closed for selling Cuban goods. Thank you very much. Awesome stuff. This is what we live in this day and age. And also to be noted is here on the German thing, you see here exchange rate fees, and this comes on top. So usually, often we may in fact actually really pay way more than $8 or euro, because you see this Wechsel, this exchange rate fee here is also quite hefty. So with this on top, we lose even more for international sales. So thank you very much. And as a consequence, yes, of course, we will. I was already very often on the verge here to add additional payment systems. Why have we not done this? Because it costs so much time for very little benefit. Yes, we don't like PayPal, customers don't like PayPal, but it works and it is one of the bigger things. So be it. And yes, of course, it costs quite time for integrating another payment system. We sit here a day or maybe a week. Someone needs to fiddle around with their bloody payment API. And yeah, this is why we still have PayPal. And let's hear one. Jessa Jones, I made a video. And by the way, I slightly wonder, actually, I have to admit, I don't usually watch the videos of Jessa Jones. I have seen a couple, maybe 2 or 3 over the years. But I've usually found Louis Rossmann slightly more entertaining or something. But I made this video response here to Jessa Jones regarding the really dangerous repair argument. If you want to see this was a week ago or something. And you see, I'm just not calling here out random people. This is just when I have breakfast and there's some video recommendation, and I certainly keep my mind open and watch here what other people are doing. And sometimes like this, I want to add my 2 cents, just like I did not want to specifically call out Jessa Jones, but I really found this argument dangerous that she made there. And here's another strange thing that Louis quotes here around here for something. Let's listen here. And this is also, so this is here saying, I don't know, Louis says this, I have to trust that he might or not might be true. But in any case, if she said this or not, this argument is also really stupid.
About this yesterday, and we are on opposite sides here. So I'm kind of hoping that that you guys can give me an idea of what your opinions are on the matter. Jessa says that she's surprised anytime she issues a refund in PayPal and she sees that little message, fee refunded. Jessa thinks that they should be charging the fee twice because they did twice the work. And she brings up the idea of shipping, or you know, like if I bought something at Home Depot, I can go to Home Depot and return it, but I can't ask Home Depot to return my gas money. Or with shipping, she said that if we fix something and we fail to fix it, listen, I'm not going into, you know, I'll take it back under warranty, and I'm even refund you if I'm not able to fix the device 100%, but I'm not going to refund you the shipping. I'm not going to, because I'm just not going to do that. And that's also understandable. It's the same thing here. I will work on something for 8 hours and I may not be able to fix it. I'm not going to bill you, but I'm not going to pay to ship it. Yeah,
I mean, what a stupid argument to pay twice, to pay double, to have a money transaction refunded, to pay for the refunding again. Seriously, what is wrong with those people to even make this argument? I really have to wonder. Yeah, so this is just probably this. I may have actually not made this video if this comment there from maybe allegedly hearsaying Jessa Jones would not have triggered me. Like, seriously, paying twice for having the money returned? Are you completely F-checking, kidding me? This is ridiculous. And with a regular, you know what, I rather abandon PayPal. So yes, we will, if this comes to, so PayPal, if you listen, first of all, shame on you for this bloody bullshit. This money transactions, as Louis somewhere there says, that this costs next to nothing. Yes, this costs next to nothing. What does it cost you to move money from one Excel spreadsheet cell to the next? Of course, speaking in database terms, of course, is not a... Hopefully, PayPal is not keeping this in an Excel spreadsheet, but you never know. But what does it cost you? Nothing. And you want to charge, you want to keep our €6 or something, or in Louis' case, €66 for a cancelled order. Thank you very much. And I can tell you, PayPal, if someone of you listen, if this comes to Germany and this affects us, this will be the next day I will implement personally. I sit here day and night and implement other alternative payment forms. I can tell you this because I'm not going to pay that much. And if I add direct credit card transactions just for the fun of it, or actually I open here a new business and make your online payments. And by the way, fun fact, for those who don't know, I was surprised in Russia that in Germany, for the international audience, for Germany, historically credit cards were not as huge. Of course, nowadays they became, of course, also permanent, but in many stores on the street, you maybe 50% of the time can still not pay with a credit card, only with a European EC, European cash payment system EC card. So smaller shops may not have credit card processing stuff, and many older people actually from a older generation may actually still not have a credit card in Germany specifically. And I was surprised in Russia, for example, but also probably Taiwan and China, but specifically in Russia, what I did not know, in Russia they send each other money with a Visa card number. So they have their Visa or MasterCard number, a credit card. That is actually, I think in Russia, credit cards are huger than in Germany. They're like everyone and the child has a credit card in Russia, really crazy. And what is, I think it's not possible in Germany, private person, as far as I know, at least I've not seen this, I've not heard this. I think in Germany, private persons cannot send each other money just with a credit card number. But this is completely normal in Russia. So if you pay the neighbor to bring car tires from a store or something, he drives there, or for a fence or something, and you have a shared fence and you transfer the money, just stuff that I heard there while I sometimes was in Russia and such. So all the regular stuff, or you reimburse someone for a birthday present or gasoline or whatnot. You just transfer this with a smartphone. This is completely unheard of in Germany. So you just have the number of your friend there, of your comrade, and then you have 50 or actually this is ruble, so 5,000 ruble. Is some 75 euro or something, so 5,000 ruble here to transfer to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 comrade next door. And I think this costs next to nothing, and probably only kopecks, if not, certainly not a ruble. Anyway, so this, I only wanted to mention, this is super cheap. And in Russia anyway, also Taiwan and China. And then PayPal needs to keep this money for, by the way, with these cases where people want the money back, usually we have already worked half of the time, we have already worked 10 emails or something, because there's a support email. Hello, I tried your scan me, or I purchased your scan program. It doesn't work. What should I do? And then people here already maybe answer 10 emails until the person finally says, okay, sorry, it really doesn't work for me. I want my money back. And then it's already maybe a full hour of work time wasted on top of the transaction cancellation fees here. So just some insight, if you are thinking of opening your business, you can't make much money with open source, and if you run a business, you have to deal with all kinds of bullshit each day. If you grew a little bit more than an unsuccessful one-man business, then you can be sure that each day you get some letter from some government, social security, pension fund or something that you have to deal there and answer or fill out some bullshit form, because in 2019 filling out bullshit forms is still a deal, at least in Germany. Anyway, I hope you learned something, and yeah, you certainly can watch this video. This is really, wherever you look at Apple, it's bullshit development. By the way, actually, this is what I wanted to say. This is exactly what is PayPal doing. PayPal, so what I said initially, this is 100%, or this is actually 120% capitalism at its best. Grows over anything. What is only this quarter numbers count, revenue numbers count, and after us the Sintflut, and also with Apple. This is exactly what is Apple doing. Why all the professionals like me and surrounding me, best friends and family, everyone I speak with, is not satisfied with Apple anymore, because this is exactly what Apple has done. They took away features, they racked up the price for useless machines without ports, with breaking keyboards, with peak-bug macOS, and taking the headphone jack away. And the base price for the iPhone 10 is 1,149 or so euro, or something crazy like this in Germany. Anyway, and yeah, racking up the price, taking away the headphone jack, locking into your vendor system, closed vendor system, where you can't do anything, can't sideload, can't then even cashing in additionally on music streaming charges, news charges, trying this additional subscription everywhere, and of course from all of us. In my opinion, this is the opposite of Robinhood. Apple always pictures themselves as the most amazing, user-friendly company, but in my opinion, they became a really ugly company. Apple is just like PayPal here, the ugliest face of bean counting, of growth over any customer satisfaction. And this is just showing in the latest Apple sales numbers, and that everyone is migrating as soon as they can, if they are not locked in as much in their reality distortion field and ecosystem traps. And yeah, this is just so sad. This is really ridiculous. And yeah, if you have comments to this, interested to hear from you. We will certainly contribute here. And yeah, after 10 years, after 10 years, I have to deal with this stuff. Companies lock us in more and more, be it Apple, be it everything else. It's just for me why I do this, also why I do this YouTube stuff. I do not want to sit each day filling out social security forms, pension forms, tax reports, and at the end of the day have users cancel their transactions, rack up here $15 of cancellation fees because booking it back from the bank account. This is everything so stupid. And by the way, all of you in the audience, try to minimize returns. Just don't buy something if it's crap. Watch review videos like mine. If I tell you the MacBook Butterfly keyboards are shit, just don't buy it in the first place, and you don't need to return it. If you see the Razer Core X is a little bit oversized and overpriced, maybe don't buy it if you think you will not like it. And with software, just fully try it before you order it, because this is really so annoying. Waste of time, waste of your time, waste of our time, waste of everyone's time, and at the end of the day, producing costs. And as Lewis says here in this video, eventually probably somewhere, and so on. What is this contributing? This is of course contributing if you need to factor as a business. If at the end of the day you still want to have your income to make a living, you need to factor in this refund fees into your product costs and increase it. So instead of an exact code for $9.99, it soon needs to be $109, just because of all the added cost all over the place. And yeah, this is silly. And just don't do this. If you run a company, if you're interested in running a company, you see maybe we are a little bit too user-friendly. Historically, the first ExactScan version, we had over 100 free updates over 7 years. This was, of course, not sustainable. Also because ExactScan was not the highest priority. We still were trying to get our foot more into the embedded board support package and custom development project stuff. And in the beginning, ExactScan was just a side project of ours. This is how we could have run 100 updates for 7 years without charging extra. But as a consequence, now the customers are the more negatively impacted when after 7 years they could eventually purchase an update, but that's what it is in life. And yeah, this is, like I said, with this demo imprint there, our demo printout might be too small that people scan their whole archive and live with it, but yeah, so be it. But to be fair, in my opinion, this is why I also haven't changed it. I rather have paying customers. This is just the same with piracy. If you make all the digital right management too complicated that normal users can't barely activate, constantly have license server issues, then of course they're also not happy. And then I rather have more happy paying customers than trying to get a handful of more customers with an oversized demo print out there. Really nice to see that we have so many people in the audience. I hope you learned something and find this business tales here interesting, straight the stories from when they are still hot. And yeah, I still hope this doesn't apply for us, but certainly doesn't help here other customers in the rest of the world. And if someone's listening from PayPal, you are here on the list very high of stuff to be replaced, just together with Apple machines. And yeah, hope you learned something. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon for the next videos to come, including our daily, weekly, actually not daily, our weekly IT news show tonight, most likely, and other fun stuff in between. So thank you for watching. Really nice to see you all here. and I hope to see you soon for all of those videos to come.